Took the whole of the right hand side buttons out. Are they buttons? Slats?
They are tongue and groove boarding, really.
Yeah. To give us more room, because otherwise the bed is not going to fit in along the back here. So Collins took out the first window frame, and then when we put the bed in, we can then put it to this out here. So that's probably a good 3 inches each side, so it gives us another 6 inches. This morning we took the bed out. We are kind of making ourselves more stuff to do, because I mean Billy was already converted, but
not anymore. He's not.
No, no. So we're literally taking him right back to the start almost.
So while Jane was busy on the interior of the van, I thought I'd better make a start on the mechanical stuff on the outside while she was stripping out the inside. And we had a list of a massive amount of things to do on the front suspension: shock absorbers, brake discs, brake calipers, ball joints, and it was all basically a list that the guy had given us from when he'd had the van diagnosed. What we did find out though is that the turbo was absolutely fine, but the brake caliper on the driver's side actually was stuck on. So here we are, just stripping out everything. You can see on this side there's a new caliper.
One's there, get an angle. Oh, I do, Rod.
Hey?
Rather towards me.
Towards. I'm changing this.
What's that?
That's the shock absorber.
Yeah.
I'm changing this, which is the top mount up here.
Yeah.
I've changed the track rod end.
Yeah.
I've got to put a new brake disc on, new brake pads. Put it all back together.
Yeah. Okay.
We've already changed this last weekend.
Yeah.
The idea is that, I mean, this was seen to be defective on the report we had when we bought the van, but the brake discs were also seen as defective, and I've just compared them to the new ones. They're exactly the same size. There's nothing wrong with the brake discs.
Okay.
So, but certainly it was bumping on the front suspension when you turned it. So changing the shocks isn't that expensive. Changing these top mounts isn't that expensive. So none of this is that expensive. It's just, hopefully we'll sort out all the problems down here. 4 bolts plus the shock absorber top. So I'll undo the shock first and then take off. So that's the shock absorber top. I'm going to undo that. Might need an Allen key in the top. Don't know, but I'll try it without. Then I've got to take off these 4 and drop the whole thing away. So these are now loose, and the top is also loose. I was concerned that the shock absorber would just spin, but it seems that it's not. So wait for the crash. So now everything is loose. So it should, he says, come away.
Yeah. One shock.
I think. I need that. Do they look knackered? I don't know, but I've thoroughly tell.
Okay, new and old.
Yeah, so this one is actually a Monroe top mount. That's obviously the original Mercedes one that's been there since 2009 probably. So a little bit of wear there, yeah? A bit of wear there.
Oh yeah.
And it certainly looks like actually there's some wear here as well. So hopefully this was something that did need replacing. It certainly looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm just holding it with my left hand and doing that with my right. This is what came off the top that is like barely even moves, and this is the new one.
Yeah.
So you can see why it's obviously perished, but I've got to get this out. Of course, if I was at China, I would sand this. I would put a metal brush over it, and then I would give it a coat of matte black and let it dry.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he?
I don't know. Oh yeah.
You watch Wheeler Dealers?
Yeah.
These are pointing down. That's where the top of the shock sits.
And it's in.
And it's in, yeah.
Just hope that doesn't perish.
Well, it will in time, won't it?
Mm.
You got it?
Perfect, yeah.
So you can see how kind of naked this looks, really. And this, I'm sure, will have a massive improvement in the ride for the van. So there's this goes on top and inside, and then that goes on. So I'm going to try offering that in. Actually, I did see this, someone had to press them to get it in there. So this bracket goes back on here. You got it?
Yeah. Hey.
Right, so the thing I didn't do, of course, which I didn't know at the time because I just take stuff apart, is that this is adjustable, this top one. And you need to get it in the same place or else the alignment won't be quite right.
Oh.
But I think we've changed the check rod end, we've changed the shock absorber, we've changed the top mount, we're going to need to probably have the alignment done. So
Right.
we can get it more or less there. So adjust that top one in. And that would appear to be there. Replace all this now. I still need to tighten the top bit, so I've got to do that. Then it'll be the brake discs. So the top of the shock was spinning with the socket, so what I've had to do is get I don't have a spanner big enough, so I'm using an adjustable and an Allen key to stop it moving.
Oh, look at that. That's nice and shiny.
Nice and shiny. Unfortunately, this is the wear sensor, I think. So I didn't buy them with wear sensors, my pads, but I don't know, because it doesn't look like that was attached to anything. It's just clipped into there, which has got the same clip. So
Right.
who knows if it's right or if it's wrong. I used to have a thing for this.
A thing for what?
A tool for this. To do this.
Right.
So we're trying to get that to go back in, because you can see this one's already gone back, look. Because these have been done quite recently, there's actually not really much. They've got to go back. You see it going?
Yeah.
think we're now back. So now,
What's that part in your hand?
this part,
Yeah.
this is the brake.
Caliper?
Well, it's part of the brake caliper. It's kind of it's more of a bracket, I think, the brake caliper bracket. It kind of forms part of the caliper. Is that the one I used? It was. I'm kind of doing this blind because I can't actually see it. This one. Another one there somewhere. There it is. I need some brake cleaner to clean the discs.
Have we got any?
No. Put that in there. Did you see? So just slotting these clips.
Yeah.
They appear to be the same regardless, so there's not left and right handed, so then that should go over the top. And then we use our new, these came with the kit, to go into there. So it's all back together. All I need is to clean this and put the wheel back on. Well, in fact, I need to jack this up and need to tighten these just so that they're in the location, more or less in the location that the ride height is, so they don't kind of cause them to prematurely wear.
What does that do?
Well, I want to take off like the wax that's on here, as well as all the grime that
Just dropped Billy off for his first MOT with us. Parking was really bad, and I really didn't like driving Billy because he's so big and long, not used to it. It was pretty tricky, so I don't know what's going to happen, so we just keep our fingers crossed and hope that he passes. I really don't want to be doing that again. Just picked Billy up from the MOT and he's failed, and he failed on absolutely loads of stuff. There was only one thing that we knew about, but all the other stuff, it's just like they were picking faults with anything that they could. You know, I think as well, being a woman, like they think, oh yeah, she won't know, you know, stuff like that. But I am absolutely fuming, to be fair. I just don't want to be going back up there again. Struggling with that parking again. So, I don't know what we're going to do. I think we've really bitten off more than we could chew with this build.